Well, you did an awesome job. Loved your lesson. So some things I noticed. Interesting how you use the words like karma, to describe like what happens next after something happens. It's kind of like a consequence. So you kind of use karma like a consequence, and that was pretty cool. And I also liked they were doing outrageous comments trying to get my attention. You didn't even address them. You just ignored them and walked on because at that point you knew.
Just trying to get attention.
Yeah, and they stopped because you didn't address them. So that was great. Let's see. I like the handout a lot too. I thought the handout had a lot of information, as well as the additional support. And I really feel like your questioning also was very had a lot of what's the word I'm thinking of? Differentiation. I mean, you had different questions for different people, and they all felt comfortable to answer. They didn't feel like it was a gotcha kind of a moment. They felt comfortable. You could tell. So, how do you think it went?
I thought it went pretty well. I mean, I think they were getting it. That's is the one thing you want. But it seemed like they were getting it and they were engaged with it, and I thought it went pretty well.
So, what do you think you could do, kind of to add on to this next?
Well, probably it was funny because today we were working on writing, and one of the kids goes, and we were talking about the main idea. So there's their topic sentence or whatever, and then we started talking about movies having a good message, because that was one of the topic sentences one of the kids had. I like movies to have a good message. And or they said, one of them goes, that's just like theme. Just like we were talking about theme, like having a good message. And the movie is like the theme of the movie. So I was like, that was such a cool connection that she made during writing time. So so I was trying to think of how maybe I need to bring that up next time with the kids. Just saying, remember we talked about theme. Well, this is the when we're talking about a movie having a message, that's like the theme of a story that we're reading or a passage we're reading. So
I like that. That's really cool because they will
make those connections.
Yeah, they really, really will. So look up movies. Okay. So the next step of the process would be for, after I've observed you and us talk about, how the lesson went, what we did, maybe something we could do together. So some ideas of how we could push it even further, and some other resources to use. So do you have any idea of what you want to do to get on this point?
I haven't thought about it yet. Yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Do you have any ideas of, within the lesson that you felt maybe they didn't quite get it as much as you wanted them to, or that they didn't understand an aspect of it, maybe? Was there anything?
I think it's been 2 days,
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just my brain is just not good these days. They can always use extra practice. I think that kind of thing, just pulling out the theme. There was quite a few of them that instead of theme, they wanted to do a quick summary.
Okay.
What's the theme of the story? And they went, Grace wanted to be in Peter Pan, and she couldn't. So trying to teach them the difference between theme and like the main idea or a summary of the events. I don't want to know about Grace. I want to know what they were trying to teach. So maybe try to work on that. So
Okay.
Just understanding again what theme is and what it's not.
So maybe you and I could do a lesson on what it's not. On, the comparisons between a theme and
a summary.
Yeah. We could do, 2 different aspects of that. We could present both of them and have them argue which one is the theme and why.
Yeah.
Because that's something that, if they're having a hard time with, we can have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
We can include video clips. We can include read alouds. I've got resources I can totally help you with. If that's something you want to do. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
that sounds cool. That does. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, so team. Okay, so do you want to do a theme versus a summary, or a theme?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a summary of what she was doing. Like, don't tell me about the book. Don't tell me about what you just read. Tell me what the theme is. You know, don't give me a recap of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I guess would be a summary. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the next thing I wanted to ask about is how the form did, because they had that form that they were filling out.
Yeah, most of them did really well. Like I said, there's like 10 out of the 50 though that really just kind of didn't get theme. A lot of them, their theme was don't give up. You know, keep trying and don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. And so I thought that was good. I thought that was kind of, most of them put something along those lines. Some of them got even a little bit deeper than that, but yeah. So I think most of what was your question? How they did on the paper. Yeah. But on the back side where I just kind of pulled some themes out of it and put blanks, it was funny because what I was going for, like girls can do things boys normally do, and I left blanks for girls and boys. But it was so cute how a lot of them, some of them got that, but a lot of them got something different. But it made sense. Like Grace could do things normally other people do, or just something, you know. But I was like, that's fine, you know, nothing. All the answers, if they fit like that, were correct. It didn't have to be just one answer. But that was kind of neat because I did fill out some different things that I wasn't even thinking of.
That's cool.
Made it fit in the blanks.
Well, it's interesting how they got that, you know, from an individual aspect. You know, it's interesting because maybe they don't see things necessarily quite like.
I think not. Yeah.
Not yet, at least. Hopefully not ever, but not yet. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, so girls. That's really cool. Well, and you know, I wonder what else we can include. Like if that's, you know, might be a good little experiment to see, you know, what they think of, you know, stories that have to do with. But, trust me, I'm totally editing this. Don't worry about it.
Good that you know how to edit.
Yes. Well, I don't know how to edit, but we have to edit to turn it in. So I will figure it out. Or I'll call my dad. Daddy, help me. Oh yeah. Okay. So for the theme versus a summary, right? Do you have a particular book or a unit, a thematic unit that you're wanting to work on? Yeah. How's that going?
I mean, we haven't started yet, but we're doing a lot of test prep. I'm trying to like make sure I don't just overwhelm them with that. Just have some test prep in between everything. So it might be neat if we did have some kind of movie clips. I don't know how we could use that for theme versus.
We probably could use that for like read alouds.
Yeah.
Or, okay, they told us not to like them to have your own opinion. This is my idea.
Is it the girls not?
There's lots of different videos that describe fairy tales.
So watching videos that describe
Fairy tales or based on fables are great. Let's do more moral that I like.
Yeah. Well, the fairy tales, because you know, fairy tales. My Boy that Cried Wolf. You know, I mentioned that when we were. I don't know if I did when you were in here or not, but we talked about that with them because that's an easy theme to pull out when they did that, and they love those fairy tales and stuff, or any of those little. Do you call that fairy tale?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it starts with one spot at a time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And that's.
They love that. Any kind of stories, any kind of thing like that, they love so much. So yeah, we could do fairy tales.
Fairy tales. But then there's, what else? We use the theme versus summary. What topics are y'all hitting on? Or have you all hit on recently?
Right now we're reading through a book. It's called The War That Saved Me.
Okay, I've never read that one.
And it's a girl that's real mistreated at home, but she gets to go during World War II. They take them to different places to live, so they'll be safe from London. So they'll be safe from the bombing. So she gets to get transported to another place. And most of the kids are upset about it because they're going to leave their parents, but she's excited because she gets to go somewhere where she's not mistreated. So we're kind of in the middle of that. So I don't know how that would work in with anything. And we haven't really talked about the theme of that book yet because we're kind of just now getting into it.
So maybe World War II, maybe struggles. Maybe we could find a read aloud that maybe had to do with a struggle, history. Let me look that up and see if I can look at.
Because even with that book, we need to eventually start pulling out the theme. And maybe, like, even now, the theme could be, don't, you never know, even though something looks bad, it might end up being something good. Or, just something about, because it says a war that saved my life. So you would think a war would be a bad thing, but not all bad things end up bad. That kind of theme we could already start talking about.
Okay. So, well, I mean, that'd be good. That's a really good idea. I mean, because that teaches enthusiasm and diligence and confidence, and that's what they need for the testing. So that's,
That's true. That's true.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
true. We could just pull all that together with testing. Like that's, it seems like it's a really good thing somehow.
We could spin it as an opportunity. This is an opportunity to show people, what you know. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that last year.
Yeah. We do that in kindergarten. Let's see. There's Brave Girl, the Librarian. Oh, there's Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon.
No, I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cute one, and it's one that it's kid, but it has a lot of very adultish undertones that the theme really is about staying true to who you are, staying strong, Molly Lou Mellon's kind of knocked down. So it's staying, tall and strong on who you are and sure of who you are. And so that
It goes along with Amazing Grace too.
yeah. Does that sound good? I could show you that book.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, the Stand Tall, Molly and Mellon. So, and you're gonna read a chapter of that other book.
The one that we're going through right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, the war that saved my life.
And we'll say the kind of the
Start
theme.
talking about the theme of that. Yeah, get the kids to start thinking about the theme. What it could be.
We could talk about how. We could also talk about having like a thematic unit. How all these books kind of have one theme, and how different works of literature can look so different. And we have completely different topics that still share the same message.
Kind of teaching the same message. Yeah.
We could compare and contrast them. We can talk. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
That's a good skill for my workers to work on.
I can only imagine.
Comparing and contrasting.
We're doing that in kindergarten right now.